Hello, this is Team Puch. I'm Travis Deaver,
I'm Kyle Howard.
And I'm Jared Bahm.
and we've created a proximity doggy door.
Aw, shoot, Dale, what's that coming through our doggy door? One of them trash pandas. What's it doing? No, it's gonna steal our rug. That was my grandma's. Has your grandma's rug been stolen by a trash panda? Well, then you are one of the many Americans who has a problem with unlocking doggy doors. Unlocked doggy doors can allow stray cats, stray dogs, raccoons, or even small pesky children into your home. Other symptoms of unlocked doggy doors include your dog having access to the outdoors at all times of the day. Don't want him going outside during the sunlight. He's basically a vampire. So keep him indoors and lock your doggy door. All of these issues and more can be solved by implementing an RFID lock system onto your doggy door, allowing them access with a chip you can place on their collar. Also, by applying real-time clock to the RFID locking system, you can program exactly when you want your dog to be able to enter and exit your home.
So the microcontroller that we're using for this pet door project is the Arduino Uno. It's an 8-bit microcontroller running off of 5 volts and has 14 digital input-output pins. There's 6 PWM output pins and 6 analog input pins as well. The sensor that we're going to use for Puch to be identified at the door is an RDM 6300 RFID. This reads and writes at 125 kilohertz frequency, which is low enough, and it's a common frequency for pet chips in animals, so the frequency won't hurt the animal in any way. And the RDM 6300 sensor can also use an additional antenna or an external antenna that will be placed on the door. For the display, we're going to use an Adafruit LCD Shield kit. This is a 16 by 2 character LCD screen, uses 2 I2C ports, and has 5 functional buttons and a reset button. We're using a standard Hall effect sensor, which is basically a transducer that varies its output voltage in response to the magnetic field.
The real-time clock we're going to use is a DS1307. This allows the microcontroller to keep track of time even if it is reprogrammed or loses power. Applications for this are data log and clock building, time stamping, timers, and alarms. The solenoids we are using are open frame push type continuous duty, which means when voltage is supplied, they will stay in the upright position until voltage is taken away and then they drop. Killing me. The LED strips used are analog RGBW LED strips. They're weatherproof and they're primarily used for indoor or light outdoor applications without direct contact with sun or water. The switch we used is a heavy-duty switch that has 3 positions which change the mode of the door between locked, unlocked, and auto mode. When all these components and sensors are connected together, there are 4 background functions that run at all times. The real-time clock, which functions as a timestamp and allows for time-dependent operations. Sunrise and sunset calculations, which, as it implies, it calculates the sunrise and sunset depending on the GPS coordinates. LED strip, which provides a visual cue if your dog is inside or outside, and LCD, which displays the current mode of the door. While the 3 position switch is in the lock position, the RFID is disabled and the solenoids are in the extended position, preventing all entry both inside and outside.
On this episode of Urban Dog Hunter, we see Wild Puch trying to get in the home with the manual lock engaged. Doesn't look too hot for him.
When the door is in the unlocked position, the solenoids are retracted all the way and the RFID is disabled. The door essentially acts as a normal door with no components attached to it whatsoever.
And on this episode, we see the Wild Puch trying to enter the home while the manual lock is disengaged. Let's see what happens when the solenoids are unlocked. Oh, and he scores! While the 3-position switch is in the auto locking position, all features of the doggy door are enabled. This includes the RFID sensor, the automatic locking and unlocking of the door, the Hall effect sensor, which will track when the door is closed so the solenoids can lock again, and also the counter that keeps track of whether your dog is inside or outside of the house. This one right here, ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be a tricky one. Right now, the auto lock is engaged. He approaches, and let's see how it goes. Oh, it appears the solenoids have unlocked, and he's through. He's in the home. It appears that the solenoids have relocked again. Perfectly functioning system. Having an unlocked doggy door can be a real nuisance for your everyday life. You could have bears, or you could have children, all up in your house. No one wants that. So, don't allow unwanted visitors into your home. Install an automatic locking dog door today.